Welcome to this Padel. Today we have a very special guest. He's coming from Madrid. He's been visiting Miami for Racquet-link and Premier Padel. So what an experience. His name is Álvaro González de Castejón. He's well known in the Spanish Padel ecosystem and now around the world. Prior to creating Racquet-link, he was working for a long time with Adidas Padel or for Padel.
That's it.
And at some point he decided to become an entrepreneur. And here in Bispadel, we love entrepreneurs, so we're very happy to have you here. Welcome to Bispadel.
Well, thank you very much, Rosa. I've been following you since you started. No, back there in Madrid, I was watching the videos, podcasts, and everything. And I said, now that we came to Miami,
you have to come and visit the
N95
studio.
I saw you at the Premier Padel, and then I follow you, to catch up.
And we have some friends in common too.
That's
right?
it. Padel is a close word.
Yes.
So I think at the end, everyone knows each other.
Each other, more or less.
Yeah.
So first of all, I would like to ask you, what's Racquet-link?
Well, Racquet-link, it's I'm gonna try to make it simple, but it's a company that is focused on connecting racket talent with job opportunities worldwide. No, and by racket talent we mainly mean coaches. So that has been evolving from coaches, head coaches, managers, and an ecosystem related to the racket world. And I say racket because we are focused on padel, on tennis, and pickleball, more in the future. But this is a bit the goal of Racquet-link, which is connecting coaches with job opportunities worldwide.
Okay, so to me it's very important. Now that you've talked about pickleball, I might ask you, if it makes sense sending maybe from Spain to here, because here is like the big thing, but maybe there's a surprise, I don't know.
Well, there are surprises. There are profiles that you find profiles that they have experience from tennis, pickleball, padel. But it's true that our approach is global. So it's not only sending coaches from Spain, it's connecting coaches, worldwide coaches. That's
so it's a global company.
That's it. Our focus at the beginning is that has been we have been gathering and recruiting Spanish coaches, and but it's true that now on our database we've got coaches from all over the world. We've got coaches from the US, Latin American. We've got coaches. I can say Poland, UK, Morocco, Lebanon, Middle East. So there is talent that is growing from all over the world, and it's true that at Racquet-link we want to have them within the ecosystem.
Super interesting. But as you know, here we usually talk about padel. So I would like to know a little bit of whether you see more demand and what people usually ask you for. Like when they go to Racquet-link, what are their demands? What the thing you feel like everybody asks you?
Well, when we are doing interviews, mainly with the clubs, when they are asking for the kind of profile that they are looking for, we end up saying, okay, so you are looking for a Superman, because they want the best coach, they want the best player, they want someone that is willing to work a lot and everything. So those are those checks of that Superman. Demand is everywhere. We have done placements all over the world. I think can say on every continent. Asia, I'm saying Hong Kong, Singapore, Bali, Kuala Lumpur, exotic places. So in Asia is growing.
Like for retreats, right?
That's it. Well, retreats and long term. I mean, they are. The sport is growing a lot there in Asia, and they are looking for profiles from head coaches that are starting the club, and they want one main guy or main
a head coach to manage
set up everything, and then clubs that are already settled and they want their coach and they are starting academies and everything.
Super interesting.
Yeah, I'm saying Asia, but also Middle East. We have been working with Middle East, Europe for sure, and then now the reason why we are here is because the US,
that's what I would like to center the interview around, to know the insights, what you found during these days. How do you feel the demand is here? Because yesterday in one of the conversations, Marcos was saying that this is a country that has more coaches than cards. And that get me thinking a little bit, because it's like, okay, but having certified coaches doesn't mean that they are maybe ready to work or they are willing to work, because I don't know how is the market, how they are paid. So what's your feeling with the USA market right now, after being here for a few weeks and like doing your own research here?
Actually, we have been doing research in the US country since more than 2 years ago, and following and tracking how the market is evolving. Our feeling, and there has been a lot of conversation along this week, is that there are projects that were ideas 2 years ago and they are becoming now a reality. No? So that's what we have been confirming this week. That we were speaking with people 2 years ago. I'm gonna make this club, that club, and everything. There are a lot of projects also that for the moment are ideas, but then they are joining. But regarding the situation, is obviously the paddle boom is inevitable. No, I've been saying a lot when I was in Adidas, that paddle wave, and everyone is surfing that wave. I think you have mentioned that during different interviews. Situation with coaches, there is a lot of talent in the US. There is huge tennis spirit and tennis environment in the US. A lot of talent, a lot of companies that they have, and academies that they have been training those coaches, no, and obviously there is an evolution, and there are people, tennis coaches that are converting into paddle coaches, and that's why we can say there is a big number of coaches. Now their requirements from clubs, I think they are higher. No. So it's something that there is a process, and the process is still evolving, and it's inevitable that there will be a lot of talent. But it's true that we are based on what the club needs rather than what people
may think
they are. No, so this is now part of our job with Racquet-link, in order to recruit that talent, get to know what knowledge they have. What experience they have with Padel, with the sport, and then connecting them with the clubs based on what they are asking for.
So how does it work? Is it a marketplace, like coaches register, you go after them, the clubs reach out to you, they register and they can see what they want, like chasing some Pokemon? How does it work?
So this is a important, a good question. At Racquet-link, what we do is we created a database of coaches. Basically, the coach enters on our website, registers, and then we have that profile. And our team will screen that profile. What it means that we will do an interview. So one thing that we highlight is we want to be close to the coach. And Marina and I, which is my co-founder, we both interview the coach, no? So it's that we are close to them and they put us face, no? It's a human company. It's not a tech company, no? So with this, I mean, the coach registers on the database, we screen the process, and then we validate the information and the experience.
So they're kind of verified profiles.
That's it. That's part of the hard job, no? It takes time. And then they are on that employment list, no? Once that coach is validated. On the other side, we've got our database of clubs. So clubs, what we do is we interview the club and we work together with him. It means that we team up with the club as their support of their human resources department. No? Knowing that at paddle clubs, normally there is not a human resources department, no? So that's when they say, okay, I'm interested. And then the way we work is not a marketplace. It's not that the club enters and see what offers there are. We do the matchmaking on a confidential way. No, it means that club, when they enter on the Racquet-link ecosystem, is that we build the relation and we connect like a recruitment company, like a Michael Page, like a Hayes, Robert Waters, but we made that like in the paddle industry. That's it.
All sense. Those make executives or profiles, and you do this. There's something that I think might be interesting also for the audience, and it's a difficult part always in a recruiting process, is let's say, the negotiation part.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes the expected salary is not they are willing to pay. Do you negotiate for both parties, or
That's it.
they do it themselves?
No, that's part of our job. Like that's why we ask for money. No, what we do is we speak with the club, and then they share with us as a team. They share with us the responsibilities, the kind of profile that they are looking for, and also the salary conditions. And they're based on our expertise, as we are seeing offers from all over the world, and we are hearing what the club and what the coach is asking for. We give feedback to the club. And sometimes they share us with an offer that we say, hey, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna be able to find that Superman that you are looking for, no, because these conditions do not fit. No, we always say one thing to the clubs is, if you are focusing on someone that is coming, we can say from Spain and moving to the US, what they want mainly, some of them they want this experience, but mainly they want to improve their saving capacity. No, so
they want to save more money.
That's it. So that's part of our question when we speak with the coach. We say, which is like your expectation regarding saving capacity, because it's different than asking how much do you want to win. No, is how much do you want to save, based on if you are going to Bali, if you are going to Hong Kong, if you are going to Miami, like which are your expectations, and we mix that with the club when they are telling us the offer.
So you do kind of an axis.
That's it.
To see who fits into that, like closer to the perfect point. And
regarding when you were saying negotiation with the clubs, that's part of
with both. I mean,
we help on that, no, because sometimes there are coaches or profiles, talent that negotiation with the company is hard, and sometimes you need to
not
push.
To break that kind of relationship when you start.
That's
start from scratch. Like there's not been a previous ping pong deciding, or
that's it.
So.
With Racquet-link, what we do is we do some kind of micromanaging. No, we say to the coach that at the end, for this profile, we become a bit kind of their managers.
I would say more like a middle person.
That's
right?
it.
Because like a management is bad.
Management
is like, no good for you.
No, but we.
I understand what you
say,
mean, but the word what it means. Is not good.
Okay, so maybe better in Spanish. No, it's we help them within the whole process, no? And we support both parties. I mean, at the end, with one of them we have one T-shirt, and with the other one we put the same T-shirt as the club. But negotiation are on us.
Of your services.
Yeah.
And one issue that in general here is one of those like hydrants, like moments in which might be a deal breaker is the visa issue, right? Because everybody's willing to come, people like to come to the US, but it's something very important, I think. And the conversation we had before this interview, we talked about it, and to me, I was like positively surprised by your approach. So I think it's important that you highlight that, because to me it's a differentiator compared to other kind of talent agencies in this field. So how does it work?
Well, regarding visa process, one thing we make clear with the club mainly is that we are not lawyers. No, so we do not manage the visa process on our side. But what we do as part of our service is we give support. No, so that's something that both clubs and talent really appreciate our help, because at the end.
No, but maybe I didn't make the question properly. But what I mean is going back. Like there's a statement, no coach would come with you unless it has a visa.
That's
a no-brainer. That's it. And after that, then there's a lawyer that's gonna say, according to your profile and the requirement, you will do this visa or that order. That's when.
That's it.
I think it's very important to make that clear, but for you too, because sometimes people in the mind, I can go for 2 months, make a little amount of money, and come back to wherever they are from. So how does the visa issue or the international part works in Racquet-link?
Well, we leave that clear. I mean, when coaches are asking, I want to go to the US. I mean, if they want to go with us, we will make them clear, like, okay, do you have we have our checklist of things that you need to have in order to work in the US, and that's what we analyze when we are interviewing them. So if they are eligible to work in the US, we tell them before they say, no, I want to go to the US, and they say, okay, if you want to come with Racquet-link, you need to have this, and this. Okay. And if they don't, we leave that clear, like, we are not gonna work with you. So regarding visas, we are only working with coaches that are eligible to apply for a visa, or now we are putting focus on recruiting that local talent that they are already able to work in the US. Yeah. That's something that the clubs are asking, no?
Where do you find more demand right now in the US? In which areas you are feeling like they are asking for coaches?
For us in the state of Texas is one of that has higher demand for us. Okay. Miami, at the end, we can say, well, Miami, Florida is the hub of Padel right now, in the US, and there is a lot of people, no? So our competitors, there are not too many people focused only on Padel. There are some projects.
It like Marcos' style.
Marcos or Padel, yeah. Padel. I have good relation with Marcos, so that's why.
I do too, but I don't agree with that. Like, why make things more difficult when they are quite clear? Like.
So it's same. I was working for Adidas and Adidas, so at the end, I try to use both.
No,
but
it got my attention that you always say it like that. And that's why, like, it's a joke.
When regarding the state that has a lot of demand is Texas, they are asking a lot. I was gonna say, because Florida, at the end, there are a lot of people here, and regarding competitors, our main competitors, let's say, is the informality of the market. Yeah. No, I say informality. Why? And this has been like that, and tennis has been like that all the day, and every country. I mean, you go and one coach gets to work in a club, they are happy, they work well, they have their friends, they recommend their friends to work there. No, so that's why normally at racket facilities you don't need like a human resources guy trying to recruit, because at the end it's your own team, if you are doing the things right, that are recommending to work there. So as there are a lot of people here in Florida, we are not targeting that much Florida, no?
Which would be the median salary right now for a coach, if there's, or it depends?
That depends a lot. I mean,
the place and the area.
Yeah, depends on the place and the area, and what I was saying before, not that saving capacity and the life cost, the cost of living is different. I don't want to speculate, because there is that we had that speculation some years ago in Middle East, for example. Okay. Everyone arrives and they say, I want 10,000 euros per month, and you say, okay, that doesn't exist. Probably 5 years ago when there was no one, but now there is people, no? So but let's say the structure of those conditions, we work that together with the club, and we always recommend them to do it on a way that they create incentive to the coach. Okay. So you need to incentivize the coach in order to work more, and if that coach is working, that pro is working more, it's gonna generate more to the club and also to him.
More money.
That's it. Yeah, more money. So we normally try to close because we negotiate with the clubs the conditions, and we tell them to create some fixed salary that is gonna the coach or the talent is gonna be able to have that minimum amount of money in order to live, and then create that variable structure so they can generate more as they work more. So they build the community, they get their clients, and they create loyal clients. No?
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. That's what clubs are looking for at the end of the day. Like have recurring clients that stay there for in the long term, and they have that stickiness, right? My last question is related to the business model itself. How does it work? You get a commission. It's just a fee for doing consultancy. How does Racquet-link work?
I'm gonna tell you how it works right now.
Okay.
Probably
Maybe
in a few
you
months
change it.
after
You're a startup at the
after
end of
this.
the day.
After this week, we are thinking about different ways of evolving. At the end, if we evolve, we want to evolve for better, no? But our business model is based on a commission success fee.
Okay.
So it means that at Racquet-link we only charge to the club and to the coach if we make successful connections.
Okay.
This
and
means
how do you define success? Like after 6 months on post? Or
for our
success
success is that the coach signs a contract.
Okay.
And the club hires that coach that we are introducing and we have been working for it.
Yeah, you've been like following both parties during all the process.
That's it. So basically, with the club, we have this fee that we set and we fix at the beginning of the process. So it's not something that is going to be evolving.
No, there are no surprises.
Yeah, because we don't want them to give us just a low condition, so our fee is lower, and then
stop it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's your value.
Yeah.
Like, don't get yourself down.
Mm-hmm.
You add for you think, and you are adding value to this ecosystem.
Yeah.
And it's important what you're doing. If they don't want to pay, is the problem.
That's
your
it.
Problem.
Yeah, and that's something we need to internalize because I was a marketing guy.
In Spain, they take us down, but
but I was a marketing guy and I was used to give away everything, no. So now I'm lucky I have my business partner that she's more strict now.
Like sharp.
And she gives me. She said, "Do not work for free. You're stupid." But no.
No, you're not stupid.
Yeah.
There's a book that made me like think. In fact, this is a personal story, but after reading that book, I decided to move from San Francisco to Miami.
Okay.
And it's called Give and Take by Adam Grant.
Nice.
And changed my mind a little bit and made me understand some things. I'm an idiot like you, don't worry. But I'm happy being an idiot, and I understand how other people work and think, and I learned how to read them somehow. Like I didn't change.
Yeah.
But I got to understand how some little details work.
Yeah. No, totally. But well, I think this is a matter of time, no?
Yeah.
And we are
reading
learning.
The market is different.
That's it.
The interactions are different.
Learning a lot. But yeah, that's a bit the regarding business model, no? It's true that we have validated. We started. I didn't say that, but we started 1 year ago.
Yeah.
Rosa said it at the beginning, but I was working for Adidas. My business partner was working for Amazon. We both quitted our jobs in order to be full-time focused on this project.
Like
no?
all in. Like
That's it. And for the moment, like we have validated the project and it's working. I mean, the demand is there.
We are here.
And that's a bit the situation right now. And the goal is to be able to give a good service here in the US, which is something that everyone needs.
Yeah. So I would like to ask you something that is quite common in the VC market. Is what keeps you up at night? What are your worries when you turn off the lights? What keeps you thinking like, maybe this or that?
What keeps us? Well, that's a very, I think, deep question, no? But one thing that when we were starting and when we were thinking about leaving everything and going all in with the project, it's that racket is our passion, no? So we said, hey, if we are able to live working on what we love, I think it's a bit our life goal, no? So one of the values that we have when we started the company is we want to add value and we want to help the industry grow on a healthy way. So every time, I don't know how to say it in Spanish, in English, but pelos de punta. No, but it's true. I mean, we want to add value. We take every client like if they are our partners, because we tell them we are here in the long term. No, so what it drives us is to keep evolving and keep growing and making successful connections. In order to help the industry grow, and at the end, this is a cake, no? Yeah. And at the end, the cake, and we are all, cookers, no? And we are all working in order to have that cake bigger.
Yeah.
And I don't want to eat all the cake.
No.
Because if you eat all the cake, you are gonna
No for everyone.
be ill, no, or you cannot do
Yeah.
it. So at least create a cake that everyone can have their piece
of
and
cake,
can well live and enjoy that piece.
The
So
body.
this is that's it. But this is our approach. I mean, focus on helping the industry grow, be able to live from what we love, which is padel. And racket sports and keep adding value and creating those stories.
Thank you. A pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Of course.
It was a pleasure.